Less than 1 week away from the tournament draw, and the KMAC champion Fredericktown Freddies look to boost its resume as they take on district foe Elgin, who comes in with 10 wins themselves. We got all the action coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, and it's coming your way next.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
We welcome you inside the Knox Community Hospital pregame show here from the Freddy's Nest in Fredericktown, Ohio, for today's non-conference action between the Fredericktown Freddies and the Elgin Comets. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi alongside Coach Mark Bollinger. And Coach, they've clinched the conference. Now it's step 2. That's getting yourselves to a district championship game. And to do that, you need to get a good seed, and they have a chance to help boost that seed tonight against a good Elgin squad who's in the same district trying to do the same thing.
Well, there is nothing but parity in the Central District in Division III this year. You have a couple teams at the top in Worthington Christian Academy and Afrocentric, and then after that, it's just a slew of basketball clubs. 14 teams with at least 10 wins, 18 teams over 500, and it's a battle for those seeding positions, and you want to get a win tonight to help put yourself in the best place possible come Sunday at the tournament draw.
And let's get right into the tune of things here on the Knox Community Hospital pregame show and take a look at the team spotlights first for the Comets of Elgin. 10-6 under head coach Bill Clem. Third in the Northwest Central Conference, 5-2. They're 3-0 against KMAC squads. They started off opening night with an overtime victory against Northmore. They also have 2 more victories. 17th right now, D3 Central District, according to Martin RPI. 38th overall in the regions 11 and 12. Scoring the ball just about 52 points per game, giving up about 47.
And they're a real solid basketball club. This is basically 2 teams that have matched up twice last year, and they were junior dominated a year ago, and now both squads are back as seniors. For Elgin, they're going to have a tough time tonight. They're going to have to match up with Carpenter, but then the rest of the Freddies. But the Comets are going to come here with a chance to pull off a nice non-conference road win if they can get it done.
And now let's take a look at the team spotlight for the Fredericktown Freddies. 12-6, undefeated in the KMAC. They've clinched the conference outright. Their second time in the last 10 years that they've won a conference championship, 2021 being the other. 11th right now in the D3 Central District, 27th overall in regions 11 or 12, going by whichever district they go to. Almost 58 points per game, defensively 52.1. Another team that can put up the numbers, but it's kind of been a roller coaster season for them. They've had losses to the likes of Clear Fork, who's not as good as some of the competition they've played, but then they've knocked off teams that are better and that are better than them.
Right, and it has been the roller coaster. They're trying to find some consistency here as they head down the stretch. Yeah, some tough losses to Northridge, to KIPP, to Liberty Union, and for them, again, it's a chance. Right now, they're sitting in the, as you talked about the Martin RPI around 11th. They're probably in a very similar position with the coaches right at this point. It's their last chance to put another W in the win column before those records go into all the coaches in the Central District Friday. Tonight's a win would definitely give them a shot to maybe get up into that top 8.
And that's what you need. You'd like to get at least 1 or 2 home games before you get to the district round. They still have the ability to if they can get a couple wins. And tonight, it's not just one player spotlight. It's the Fredericktown seniors, the KMAC leaders. Carpenter, 11.8 points per game, 9th overall in the conference, 5.9 rebounds. He's 6th overall in the conference. Brady Lester, he's 8th in the conference in scoring and 12.2 points. Ben Mast, 3.1 assists, 5th in the KMAC in assists per game. These seniors are the reasons why the Fredericktown Freddies are going to have another number up on that banner for a conference championship.
They are. They were really solid the last few years. Their senior year, they topped it off here by going, as you said, undefeated so far in the KMAC. And when you're looking at this squad, a lot of emphasis, as we said, is going to be placed on Cade Carpenter tonight. Look for Harrison Sager for the Comets to try to match up with him. But then around that, can the Comets match the rest of the size for the Freddies?
Just about ready to go here from Fredericktown, Ohio. I want to welcome everybody that's watching live and free this evening on the OH Report. Let us know where you're watching from. Comment in our Facebook and YouTube pages. And this should be a good one. 2 evenly matched squads here in Division III.
Well, very evenly matched. Elgin won 17 games a year ago, advanced to district play, brought back 4 starters from a year ago. And they're another group that has had a real good, solid senior class this year. A group, for many of them, that have played since they were freshmen, and they're looking to go out the right way. So, you have 2 kind of mirror images here as far as personnel and experience. And because of that, I think we are going to have a great basketball game tonight.
And not only will these final games this week, but the last couple weeks help you out for your district this week especially, but these games also get you prepared for the district tournament. That's why you kind of backlog the tougher games on the back end of your schedule, just because you know what your team is and you want to see if you can go against the best.
And you like to see that, definitely. Get a good non-conference or even 2 non-conference matchups where you really challenge yourself, see a few different styles right at the end of the year before you go into tournament play. Good matchup tonight. I know Elgin still has a solid North Union club on their schedule, so both teams are going to have some non-conference challenges here down the stretch. And as you said, they want to be playing their best basketball here as they get ready to go into mid-February in tournament play.
Let's throw things down to the court for the playing of our national anthem, played by the Fredericktown Pep Band.
Our national anthem by the Fredericktown High School Pep Band.
Back here inside the Knox Community Hospital pregame show. Let's take a look at our keys to the game. Coach, first, looking at the Comets' keys to the game, Cool Carpenter. Seems like every time we have a Fredericktown game, the opposing team needs to contain Cade Carpenter because he's one of the best players in the KMAC.
One of the best all-around players you're going to see in this area. Does a great job. He can score in a lot of ways, and he just has a huge impact on the game in so many different ways. He can score on the glass, playing defense, whatever it may be. He is a tough matchup for teams, and as we said, look for Harrison Sager of the Comets tonight to be the guy that tries to start off and cool Carpenter down.
And then the other one, ground the arc. Fredericktown hit a couple big shots against Northmore to pull off that victory and clinch the KMAC championship, and they did that from beyond the arc. If you can hold them, contain them from beyond the arc, then you can focus in on Carpenter inside the paint and then have a chance at that. Now let's take a look at the Freddies' keys to the game. And it's the direct opposite, quick passing. Quick passes give you open shots. If you can do that, you'll get the good look. There's times when they slowed things down, were a little complacent passing the ball, and it allowed Northmore to get a steal or get a trap leading to a tough shot.
Well, they're going to have to execute tonight. You're going to see an Elgin team that's going to play mostly man-to-man defense, so the Freddies are going to need to come out, execute their sets, and be able to run those things that they want to run in order to get good looks against a good Comet defensive group.
And then defensively, one and done. They allowed 6 offensive rebounds to the Golden Knights last week that, turned into a lot of points, second chance points for them. Keep Elgin one and done, get into your transition offense, and get some buckets that way.
Well, one thing you don't want to do is give up easy points, and for Elgin, if they can get on the glass and get out and get going, and then come down and get second chance, they're going to be a struggle here for the Freddies. So look to see if the Freddies can get it done on the glass and see if Elgin can maybe get some second chance points to kind of fuel an offense that at times has struggled a little bit so far this year.
Now let's take a look at the Fredericktown starters this evening. Cade Carpenter, Tegan Rule, Ben Mast, Trevor Bellman, and our last game's MVP Brady Lester, who did it on both ends, some big defensive stops, some big buckets inside to beat the Golden Knights. And the starters for Elgin, Harrison Zager, Darren Zier, Stephen Costello, Isaac Dillon, and Carson Reif.
Well, and looking at the Comets, they bring back, as we said, 4 starters. 3 of them were all-league honorees last year. Dillon was a first-team all-league selection, Sager a second-team, and Reif an honorable mention. So they bring back 3 guys that received league honors a year ago and will probably be up for league honors again this year. So the Freddies are going to have their hands full tonight as we get ready to tip it off here in Fredericktown.
That has been the Knox Community Hospital pregame show, as Carpenter and Dillon will jump it here momentarily. Referee kind of faked him out, and there we go. We are underway in this district tune-up matchup, whatever you want to say.
Comets coming out, run open post set, double screen away. Try to get Castillo a look off the double, wasn't there. They're going to bring it out and try to run some more offense.
It's Reif. Gets it right side. Deep 3 from Castillo, no good. And a rebound out to the Freddies. Well, kind of forced that one up.
Yeah, a good possession to start it. They brought it back out, and then little too quick there for the Comets.
Carpenter inside, nice post move, puts it up and in.
Tough move right there by Carpenter. Got the ball on that left block, inside drop step, little shimmy, got it to go.
2-0 Fredericktown, second possession now for Elgin. That's Zier. Gets it to Castillo.
Freddie's going to double that ball team, see if they can get it reversed. Wide open shooter if they do.
Zier just off the mark. Rebound volleyed around and taken out by Fredericktown.
So 2 possessions, 2 3-point attempts for Elgin.
Woo. Tegan Rule with the Euro step and the reverse layup makes it 4-0. Reif gets it to Dillon. Looked inside for Sager, couldn't find him.
Fredericktown's being real aggressive to start this game on those ball screens.
Zaire gets it to Castillo. Then he turns it away. Lester all the way in.
Bill Clem's going to want a timeout here. Yeah, not the start you wanted if you're the Comets coming on the road and come out struggle offensively and give up 3 easy baskets.
What a start by the Freddies. They've touched the ball offensively 3 times, put it in the bucket inside the paint 3 times. They're up 6-0. What a perfect start for them.
We talk about execution, and you can't be much more efficient than that. 3 for 3. Elgin comes down the first couple possessions. 3-point attempts don't go. Fredericktown clears the defensive glass, gets out and goes. First time, Carpenter with the basket. Next 2 times they get easy looks, and all of a sudden it's 6-0 here early for Fredericktown. Now down 6-0 coming out of the timeout. Expect Elgin to run a set. Whatever their best set is, we'll see if they run it here. Try to get Sager a look, maybe Dylan a look.
They need something.
Something
just
easy
the ball
to get them
going
going.
through the hoop.
Yep, something easy to get them going.
2 minutes gone by, opening quarter. 6-0 Freddies.
Try to run a little back screen flex cut type action for Sager. Carpenter did a good job of getting through that screen.
Castillo.
Freddies are just locked in defensively.
Deep 3. Steven Castillo cuts the deficit to 3.
Well, that's one way to change your offensive struggles is bury a deep 3. Big shot there for Elgin.
Carpenter. He's going to try for the answer, and he hits.
That's why he's such a tough guard. First possession of the game, he gets the ball in the left block, goes to work down deep. Now he steps out and buries the 3. Tough player to guard.
Nice pass inside, layup missed. Offensive rebound. Stripped away.
You got to execute and finish there. Too easy. Couldn't get it to go.
And quickly down the other way, Tegan Rule gets his 4th point.
Freddies are quick in transition tonight. They are attacking the transition defense for Elgin.
Sager, he's going to try driving baseline, kicks it over to Castillo. Does he have another 3 in him? He does not. Rebound out to the Freddies. 11-3 Fredericktown. They are still perfect on each offensive possession. They'll slow things down.
Trying to ISO in the post.
There's Carpenter. Up and under, kicks it back out. Rule. Now to Lester, now to Carpenter again.
See if the Comets continue to just leave Sager down there isolated one-on-one with Carpenter, if they start to dig when he gets a touch in the post. If they do, they'll go on that first dribble.
Inside to Lester, and the perfect start continues. 5 from Carpenter, 4 from Rule, 4 from Lester. They're 6 of 6 from the field.
Comets just real stagnant on offense. Not a lot of movement off the ball.
Zaire tries the 3, airballs it, but we'll call it a pass. Rife into the lane, puts it up, in, counted and 1.
Well, they needed that one to go. Comets struggling a little bit, lacking some offense here, as we talked about. Just a lot of standing on that 3-point attempt. Fredericktown was just daring them to go ahead and shoot that long 3. They're willing to live with that.
Lester called for his first foul. That's the first foul of the game. Free throw up, short. Rebound out to the Freddies.
Freddy's going to play through Carpenter again. Get a quick ball reversal, screen in the post.
Bellman gets it back out to Cade. 3:20 left first quarter, 13-5.
Well, the Comets are playing behind in the post, so if they want to throw it down there, they can do it at any point.
The first miss of the game from Fredericktown. Elgin comes out with it. Dillon for 3. In and out, no good.
Well, so far the Comets living and dying by the 3. Just 1 of 6 from three-point land here in the first 5 minutes.
So once again, take a look at the Knox Community Hospital, the and 1. Freddy's first turnover of the game.
Now we're going to see a different offensive set here from Elgin. Going to the 1-4 high set. Quick ball screen again. Fredericktown just so aggressive, hedging that ball screen attack. Great hustle by Carpenter. Almost created the turnover.
Left side to Sager. Back out, Castillo for another 3, just short. Rebound to Tegan Rule.
Well, Fredericktown has done an amazing job on the defensive glass. Great box outs by everybody, and then they just clear it and look to go. Everybody's finding a body.
Ben Mast over to Tegan Rule, and he's going to get fouled. Isaac Dillon with the reach behind. Gets more body than the ball. It'll be the first team foul against the Comets tonight. 13-5 on the Mike's Fredericktown Towing and Repair scoreboard. 3 in the air for Bellman. Yes!
Well, post entry off the inbounds play. Shooter in the opposite corner, wide open. He buries it. Takes the lead to 11.
16-5 Fredericktown.
Comets just look out of sorts here early.
Dillon into the lane, kicks it back out. And Carpenter, a little too much into the body on that steal attempt. It'll be his first foul as we take a look at the 3. 7 of 8 from the field in the first quarter.
Yeah, great start for Fredericktown, and right there, yeah, they were ready to shoot it. Bellman in the corner, feet set, just catch, step, and shoot. Got it to go to extend this lead.
Sager kicks it back out to Reif. He gets a nice little move inside and scores.
Well, he gets it to go, but the concern for Elgin is right there. It was basically 1-on-5. He was attacking and 4 guys just standing and watching. Comets need to get some movement off the basketball.
Nearly gets the steal there. It'll stay with Fredericktown. So we take a look at the replay. Yeah, he was just all in there. You had maybe a little bit of movement from the top, but nobody going for help.
Yeah, it wasn't a relocation to where he could see him, see their numbers. Just right now, just stagnant offensively for Elgin.
Lester gets it over to Rule. Now to Cade Carpenter.
Freddy's with a nice flex offense there. Run that back cut and got it to go.
And that completes all 5 starters into the scoring column here in the first quarter. Ben Mast first bucket of the game.
I'm sure Coach Dibling is loving that. All 5 stars with baskets, executing at a high rate. Very, very efficient start for the Freddies.
Carpenter for 3. Off the mark, but an offensive, no, they're not going to call the offensive rebound. They'll call a foul on the rebound. But we'll take a look at, you just got to love a nice screen off a flex cut. That pass and bucket is there every time if you get a good screen off of that first cut.
It's all about setting them up and then run them hard off that back screen. And if you see Elgin start to switch that or whatever, look for that screener to turn and duck in and try to get that post ISO and that seal. But you don't need that yet when you get that good of a look off of the flex cut.
Deep 3. Banks are open.
Tuesday night in Fredericktown, they're open late.
Sager hits.
That's a big shot for the Comets if they can get a stop here to have cut it to single digits here by the end of the quarter.
Shot no good. Only the 3rd miss. Gotta love a Park National Bank bank-in. Nice look inside, counted and 1. And just like that, Elgin looking to finish the quarter with a little bit of momentum.
Well, it's one of those games where you watch the game and you see a dominant performance by Fredericktown, then you look at the scoreboard and the lead's not near what you thought it might be.
Chance to cut this to 5 here at the end of the first. He does.
6-0 run here by the Comets.
Inbound to Carpenter. He's going to put it up at the buzzer. It's going to be short. That's how the quarter's going to end. But a great start by the Fredericktown Freddies. 8 of 10 from the field. We'll take a break. When we come back, quarter number 2. You're watching High School Boys Hoops live and free right here on the OH Report.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
I'm Kate Carpenter, and you're watching Fredericktown basketball on the OH Report.
Second quarter underway here from the Freddies Nest. Travis Berardi alongside Coach Mike Bollinger, and we have an 8 of 10 start. You've got to think this is a big lead for the team. Make that 9 of 11. But Elgin, a run at the end to really stay in this game.
Yeah, 6-0 run when they were able to get back into it, but Frederick comes out and executes right away, and then the Comets come to the other end and do the same thing. Real good start for both teams. Only 1 turnover for each ball club in the first quarter, so real clean played game. Just Fredericktown's been real efficient shooting the basketball.
That 3 off the mark, out of bounds, but it will stay with Fredericktown for a second, but I think they're going to change this call and give it to Elgin. Yeah, 8 of 10, you're thinking, wow, this might be a 10-point game, but Elgin, they're a scrappy team. They're a veteran team. They don't get down because of a quick run early on.
Right, and you know, again, most of these kids, or a lot of these kids, have played 3 and 4 years of varsity basketball, so they understand how to play the game. Good take there. Fresh Hour made a great drive along the baseline, just a little slip at the end, turned it over on the travel, but good take to the basket. Thought he had a gap to get there and get the basket to go, but instead will go the other way.
That's Nate Freshour, the freshman, in for his first moments of the game.
Fredericktown really trying to get the ball to the post.
Carpenter with a deep 3 short. Rebound out to Elgin.
And this is where you see Fredericktown at times go into little lapses where they don't pound the ball to the post, play inside out. They're so good down low if they can just get the ball down there and get some touches.
Offensive rebound for Elgin. Gets it to Freshour inside, layup good and 1. Dylan again.
This is the response that you want if you're an Elgin Comet fan. Down early, the team has fought back. They've made some hustle plays, some loose ball plays, and there they were able to make the extra pass. And Dylan's going to finish it off with the basket and a chance for 3.
Luke Bean called for the foul after he kind of got lost inside the paint and allowed Dylan to get open.
Just like that, we have a 2-point basketball game.
Carpenter trying to get a screen. Instead, he's going to try for 3. Swish! 8 points for Cade.
Well, it didn't go the last possession, but he pulled it again with confidence, and it hit nothing but the bottom. Freshour tries to match it, but it won't go down.
Back comes Carpenter. Backs it out, fakes the 3. Gets the backdoor cut to Luke Bean. Now to Lester. Doesn't go though.
Nice extra, gave him the opportunity, but missed the 2-footer.
Rife to the lane, misses, and a rebound out to the Freddies. Carpenter. He's going to drive it to the hole underneath the hoop. Passes to Xavier Mullins, but it's stolen. Quickly ahead. Missed, but the putback goes.
Well, good job by Dylan running the floor. He anticipated the miss and was there to get the offensive rebound and put back.
Isaac Dillon already with 10 points. It's 23-20 Fredericktown. Carpenter looking to extend on that. Too strong, but a long rebound out. 5 minutes left in the half, 23-20. Mass to the lane, counted one! Ben Mass, despite the height, he is not afraid to take it to the hole.
He is not. He's able to catch the ball, attack on that left wing. Defender slid over just a little too late. Mass with the strength to get the ball to go up and down.
His 4th point. The foul is the second against Dillon. That's only the second team foul against Elgin. Makes the free throw. 4 players already with 4+ points for the Freddies.
Well, they've done that all season long. Good balance, although Carpenter leads them in a lot of different categories. Real good balance by the Freddies. That's what makes them tough to guard.
Fresh Hour gets it left side, 3 by Zaire, yes! Zier with the 3, cuts it back to a 3-point game.
And we'll see where Fredericktown gets their offense.
Woo, high off the glass. The sweet kiss by Lester.
And Lester has the answer. He's going to take it on that left baseline. Uses the bounce. Nice pull up. Kiss it home.
Fresh Hour into the lane. The floater won't go. Long rebound out. We're going to get a foul against Fredericktown. That's going to go against Bellman. It'll be his second.
Well, and the person that made that play on that possession was Carson Reif. Usually playing out on the perimeter, Reif gets in there, gets a piece of it, keeps it alive, able to give the Comets a second chance here with their baseline out of bounds.
5-point Freddie lead here.
6th offensive rebound so far for the Comets. So they're doing a real good job getting to the glass. Screen the screener. See if Reif comes in and becomes a shooter off of it. Instead, they're going to look to set it up.
Castillo kicks it left side, Fresh Hour. Trying to work it around to get into the lane. They finally do. Shot forced up, no good. Rebound to Fredericktown. 10th defensive rebound. Freddies by 5. Rule gets it to Lester for the elbow, just a little bit off. Rebound, no, stays with Fredericktown. Put back in and out, no good.
Well, 2 good looks. Great job getting the ball to the high post, catching and facing, getting a look. Wouldn't go. Second chance.
And we're going to get a foul against Fredericktown. It's going to be a 1-and-1. Take a look at the Knox Community Hospital replay. And they're going to call it on Lester. I think a little bit of a knee into the side caused the deflection out. It will be a 1-and-1 for Reif, who has missed 1 free throw in his only attempt.
Reif's another player for the Comets that has been a varsity player for several years. Real intense young man, gets after it on the defensive end, makes hustle plays. Kind of glue kid you like to have in your program.
First free throw good. And we normally won't cover Elgin, but I know you're down here in the area. You know a little bit more about the Marion teams and whatnot. Another reason why I called you off the bench earlier.
Glad to help. Yeah, I've played many a game against Elgin, coached many a game against Elgin. And actually, Elgin's assistant coach, Steve Freshour, was my high school coach and my mentor. I was his assistant for 3 years at the varsity level before I took over at River Valley, and then he ended up actually coaching, being head coach at Pleasant as well. So
it's safe to say you know a little bit about the team.
I know a little bit about the Comets, and then, of course, Coach Dibling's also another Marion native. So, a lot of Marion County representation here tonight on the coaching staff.
Turned over. The third Freddies turnover will give a chance for Elgin now to possibly tie this, to cut it to 1 with 3 minutes left in the half. And a complete contrast from the first 5 minutes of this, where it seemed like the Freddies couldn't miss and were about to run away with this.
Yeah, the Freddies seemed like they had control early, playing the way they wanted. Elgin offense was stagnant. Now Elgin's made some plays, got a little bit of energy to them.
And a steal and a foul. What a job by Ben Mast.
Those are the kind of plays at tournament time you're going to have. The hustle plays, getting a piece of the ball, getting on the floor and getting after it. Just a great job by Mast there, making something happen.
And frustrating for Elgin as Dylan with the foul 90 feet away. That's his third. He's probably going to have to sit the rest of the half now.
And going to the bench as the leading scorer for the Comets. I mean, yeah, that's
the overall leading scorer.
Yeah, that's a big blow to the Comets offense.
Rule gets it over the Carpenter. And this is the chance for Fredericktown now in the last 2:30 to get that lead padded again. Rule into the lane, kicks it back out to Carpenter. Gets it over to Dom Thompson, who's in for the first time today. Now inside, layup good.
Well, you're just waiting on that ball to get reversed. Fredericktown's doing such a good job of getting that position on the block. They just didn't get the ball reversed quick enough early in the possession to get the ball to that open post player. They finally got it there. They converted for the two.
Into the lane, tough, kind of acrobatic layup. Didn't need to do that, but he missed.
Yeah, not the shot you want. You just want a good two-footed jump stop or a floater there. Fredericktown makes them pay.
Timeout, Elgin. As you see Dom Thompson just into the game and now onto the scorebook. So it was a 3-point game, but a 4-0 run by Fredericktown as it padded back out to 7 with 1:42 left in the half.
Well, early on, the Freddies were so good. We talked about the offensive execution and efficiency. While that has slowed down, they've continued to do a great job on the defensive glass, limiting Elgin to one shot and then going the other way. 12 defensive rebounds already for the Freddies. They're doing a real good job of cleaning it up and getting the ball out into transition.
We also have one other game going on this evening. That coming from Upper Sandusky, Ohio. Girls basketball, a pretty big one, despite, we were just talking about you kind of backload your schedule to get ready for the tournament. Well, we got two teams that already know their tournament path, Upper Sandusky and Shelby.
One top team from the Northern 10, one top team from the MOAC.
Shelby,
real good ball clubs.
Shelby leading 10-9 in the first quarter. We'll give some live look-ins as we go on tonight. Fredericktown almost gets the steals. They have an expanded 1-2-2. Now they're going into man.
And without Dylan, where's Elgin going to find their offense? Who's going to step up and want the basketball in their hands?
Reif gets by Carpenter. Gets it over to Sager. He's going to try a deep three off the front of the iron. It's going to be an offensive rebound. Castillo for three, in and out. No good. Under a minute to play. 32-25 Freddies.
Yep. Looks like the Freddies going to try to hold for the last one. Ensure they have at least a 7-point lead going into the second half.
You're seeing this more and more with the KMAC too, where it don't matter if there's a minute or more, we're just going to hold the ball. We're going to let you. Elgin actually held the ball for the final minute and a half to go for the final shot against Northmore in regulation. They missed if it forced overtime. So you're seeing that a lot more now in this non-shot clock era. Might as well just try, you D us up or you just let us take the last shot.
I love it. Yeah, I was a big proponent of that. We used to do the same thing. Talk about valuing the ball, valuing possessions. Coach Smith from North Carolina would have loved it too with the four-corner offense he used to run. It's a great way to make sure that you get the last shot, and sometimes you can double up and get the first possession.
Shot at the buzzer, no good, and that'll do it for the half. A quick first half here from Fredericktown. Freddies leading by 7. We'll take a break. Be back with the Knox Community Hospital halftime show right here, live and free, exclusively on the OH Report.
start the show, starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Know as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room, room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Okay, I'm Coach Derek Dibling. You're watching Fredericktown basketball on the OH.REPORT.
Tonight's boys high school basketball live stream brought to you live and free thanks to our generous sponsors: Mike's Fredericktown Marathon Towing Repair, the gas station serving breakfast and lunch. Mike's also offers 24-hour towing and full service auto repair. Knox Community Hospital in the community. Park National Bank, and Frito Lay. We are driven and inspired by our purpose. Do matter to the life's moments. We'll take another quick break when we come back. Knox Community Hospital halftime show, live and free right here on the OH Report.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
I'm Kate Carpenter, and you're watching Fredericktown basketball on the OH Report.
We welcome you inside the Knox Community Hospital halftime report. Fredericktown leading 32-25 at the break. Travis Berardi alongside Coach Mark Bollinger. And Coach, we said it during the game, Fredericktown, it looked like they were going to start running away with this in the first 5 minutes of the game. 8 of 10 from the field in the first quarter. But Elgin started chipping back with the play of Isaac Dillon, but then Dillon picks up a really rough third foul, and Fredericktown able to boost their lead a little bit.
Well, yeah, coming out, Fredericktown was just so efficient, got off to that great start. scoring on most of their first possessions, but then Elgin just scrapped their way back into it. And as we talked in the pregame, these are two teams that are pretty evenly matched, two really good, experienced basketball clubs, so it's no surprise to see the Comets battle back and make this a competitive game. But so far, the biggest difference has just been in the field goal percentages and how the teams have shot the ball.
And speaking of that, let's take a look at those percentages. Brought to you once again by Knox Community Hospital. 14 field goals for Fredericktown, 9 for Elgin. Both teams hit 3 threes. Boards pretty much the same. Turnovers, not a lot. It was a clean game thus far that way. Fouls, Elgin did get to the line a few more times, going 4 or 5, while Fredericktown 1 of 1. They completed an and 1 to go that way. 32-25, but it's just the early start has been the difference. The
early start in Fredericktown in the first half shot a blistering 14 of 26 for 54%, while on the other end the Comets struggled, just 9 of 27 from the field for 33%, but more importantly 3 of 13 from deep, shooting only 23%. They got some good looks. So far the Comets just have not been able to get those open looks to drop for them, and that's why they're down by 7 at the half.
Individual scoring for the first half. First for Elgin, Isaac Dillon, 10 points. Carson Reif with 6. Castillo, Zaire, and Sager all with 3 each. For Fredericktown, Cade Carpenter, Brady Lester each with 8. Ben Mast with 7. Tegan Rule with 4. Trevor Bellman with 3. Dom Thompson with 2. Score by quarter, 18-13 Elgin at 18-13 Fredericktown after 1. 12, yes. 14-12 in a second. I screwed up my writing on there.
It's all good. Well, in the second half, I'm going to be curious to see how the Comets come out. If they try to run some sets to get Harrison Sager a little bit more involved offensively into the flow of the game, and then how are they going to defend the Freddies inside? Are they going to continue to try to stay isolated one-on-one in the post, or are they going to start digging down and helping in the post to try to take away some of the easy shots that Fredericktown's getting off of that flex cut and off of their post feeds?
And a couple of those buckets from Elgin also were just players that got lost inside the paint wide open. One at the and 1 happened that way, and a couple other times on pretty much back-to-back possessions where Dillon was just left alone right underneath the hoop. They found him. He got the layup. So, Fredericktown can keep that from happening. It's going to help out because the perimeter defense has been pretty good.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, one thing we talked about, how this is a big D3 matchup going into the tournament seeding and the draw. Before the game, I was talking to Coach Freshour, and little interesting tidbit here, the Comets actually thought they were going to be Division IV this year. They were really close to the line. They had a young man who moved in from Marysville. Because he moved in from Marysville, he counted as 7 in the enrollment figures. He was here for a short time. When they did the count, he was included, and then he moved back to Marysville, but he was at Elgin when the count was made, and that put them just over the line into D3 instead of D4.
Oh, that's brutal. And for another KMAC team, the Northmore Golden Knights, they had one graduate that counted for a couple, so they are 1 under D3, so they're the biggest D4 school, but they get to drop down. So it's kind of the opposite of what Elgin had. They flip-flopped.
And that sets them up very well. Yes, I'm looking for Northmore to make a nice tournament run this year in Division IV, just like I'm sure Elgin would have liked to have been in Division IV to see if they could make a nice tournament run there. But they're in D3, and I'm sure they're going to show up and be ready to go no matter who they play.
Just about ready to go here to start the second half. As we're taking a look in, Upper Sandusky leading Shelby by 2 midway through the second quarter. Upper Sandusky in that D3 Shelby district, at Shelby in that D2 Ashland district.
Well,
as we get underway.
Yeah, with Shelby's girls, it just depends how they take care of the basketball. At times they get a little loose with that, and when they turn the ball over, they struggle a little bit. But when they put it together, they can be a really good basketball team.
3 up in the air, off the top of the backboard, out of bounds, and that's how Fredericktown gets its first possession here of the second half. Can't believe we've already had one district draw. We'll have another one Sunday. Selection Sunday Part 2, as I call it. Best time of the year is coming around, Mark.
Best time of the year. Have to love high school tournaments starting in February, and then that carries us right into March Madness.
Who will want to go to Dayton? Who will get there? We'll find out in about a month and a half's time.
So now you see the adjustment. The comments come out early in the second half, and they were fronting the post instead of playing behind. But instead, Rule just goes to work, is able to get position, get the ball in the post, turn and finish. Good opening start.
You can say he ruled the paint there.
Yes, he did.
Sorry, everybody, but I had to. Elgin looking to answer, now down 9. They had it down to 3 late in the first half. But a 6-0 Fredericktown run since has them back in front. That shot just off the mark. Freddy's coming back. Lester into Carpenter.
Comets still willing to just play one-on-one. Let Sager try to deal with Carpenter himself on that block. Now they're going to try to bring it to this side and post on the other side, especially Dillon with having 3 fouls, really attacking him on the offensive end, are the Freddies.
That'll be deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Freddies as we take a look at their bucket.
Yeah, concerted effort here by Fredericktown, trying to go 4 round 1. Get Rule on that isolation against Dillon.
Deflected out. No, it stays in, and we're going to get a foul, I believe.
Good hustle play there by Dillon. Worked his way around, was able to get a piece of the ball in that post entry, and then made the hustle play. Creates the turnover, so good job on the defensive end there by Dillon.
The first on Ben Mast, the first foul of the second half. Dillon back into the game, takes it down Main Street, puts it up and in.
Good take by Dillon. He saw the gap and he drove it. Helper didn't get there in time.
And in college rules, that could be a technical for a flop because that was not a charge.
It was not a charge.
But on the other end, an answer by Bellman. His 5th point, back up to a 9-point lead. Sager. Working it around into the lane. Castillo with the floater and gets it to go.
Nice take by Castillo. Got the ball in the little dribble handoff. Was able to find a seam and attack the basket.
He's got 5. Fredericktown looking to answer. They turn it over.
And it may be a situation where Fredericktown's trying so hard.
Wow, what a pass, but he missed.
Beautiful pass, but Fredericktown is trying so hard to isolate and throw the ball to the post against Dillon that they're committing some unforced turnovers.
So take a look at the
bounce pass.
Foul's going to go against Steven Castillo, his first, the first of half number 2 for Elgin. Want to say hi to Coach Zach Ruth. Coach Bowling, you're a heck of a coach. Travis Berardi does a fantastic job on promoting high school athletes. Thanks, Coach.
Fredericktown answers. Nice cut, got an easy one.
Lester with 10. He was our MVP against Northmore. They're going to get Cade Carpenter with the fouls. We take a look at the bucket, the tail end at least of the bucket.
Elgin's starting to get a little bit more involvement with Sager on the offensive end, getting him some more touches, trying to put Carpenter into some ISO situations. We'll see if they go back to him here, bring Carpenter away from the basket, let him create some driving lanes or post attack.
Castillo gets it back out to Isaac Dillon, who has 12 points. Into the lane, make it 14.
Yeah, just a simple isolation with Sager out there faking, coming off the double, put half the floor with a drive and score, drive and pitch opportunity.
Correction, that was Rife who had the bucket. It's his 8th. 7-point games. We hit the midway point of the third quarter. Rife looking to add on to that. He's trapped, but kicks it back out to Sager.
Good look by Sager, finds the open shooter.
Doesn't get the friendly bounce, though. And Carpenter corrals the rebound, pushes it ahead. Lester into the lane. Ball fake, got it in one.
Well, it looked like Sager did a real nice job earlier, just walling up, had his hand straight up, and then right at the end, I think he just reached just a little bit, bent that right hand down a little bit, and got a piece of him.
That's all it takes, just that little bit of
just just a little lean.
Yep.
Lester was able to create the contact, step to the line for the free throw.
Chance to extend this back out to 10 points.
And he does. 41-31 Freddies.
13 now for Brady. They throw it away. Only the 4th turnover on Elgin tonight. Carpenter gets it to Bellman as they work it around from Mast into Lester. Lester, spin move. A little bit of hesitation, but scores.
Well, and the Freddies have made the effort that they are going to throw the ball inside and play through the posts in the second half. With their size, they're able to take advantage of the mismatch. They've had several players that have been able to get to the block, catch, and go to work. We'll see if Elgin makes a change, see if they start to dig, double in the post.
Sager works his way around, gets stripped, but a late call.
Looks like Bellman on the reach. Tried to dig in there and help Carpenter and got a piece of him.
That'll be Bellman's 3rd. Freddy's outscoring Elgin 11-6 here in quarter number 3.
Elgin screen, tried to get the flash and
What a
gets it to
move.
go.
There's Dylan with his 14th.
Nice little baby hook there by Dylan. Elevated and finished.
The hook shot's such an underrated move.
It's so hard to guard, especially guys that can use left and right hand. Tough, tough guard, even for smaller players.
Rule, double team, gets it to Lester. He pulls up, just a little too strong though. Volleyed around, the rebound taken out by Elgin. Comets down 10, coming up on 2 minutes left, and we'll give free throws here.
Well, and I think that's one thing we're going to see here in the last 2 minutes this quarter and in the fourth quarter. See if Elgin can get some stops and push the basketball. Fredericktown's done a real nice job with their helpers, team defense so far tonight. But if Elgin can get out and transition, Reif does a good job of attacking the basket. Dylan attacks the basket. We've seen Sager throw some beautiful passes in transition. They've got the guys and some skill guys that can get out and run and finish. It's just they haven't had a lot of opportunities to do that tonight.
So now Brady Lester called for his 3rd foul. And the first of 2 free throws made by Reif. So a bit of a situation now for the Freddies. A little bit of foul trouble. 2nd free throw, no good. Carpenter into the lane with the left hand in and out. Offensive putback, though, goes.
The size and toughness of Fredericktown, just getting to the glass, being physical against the box out. Second chance points for the Freddies.
So take a look at the Knox Community Hospital replay.
Nobody on the Comets was able to rotate over and get a box out. Rule just does the yeoman's work and gets it to go down. Extend this lead back to 11.
The practices I've gone to in the last few years, I haven't seen the triangle box out drill. You remember that drill?
I do.
The point moves over to another. You know, you find your man when the shot's put up, and that's really what helps out with those rebounds.
Yeah, it's when that help side is rotating, or from the backside, help side to ball side, or rotating from the top to the down to the helper situation. That box out is so critical.
Carpenter's stripped, and Elgin looking to get to within 9 points.
It's going to be a foul call here.
Dylan
got away with it.
Against the 2-3 zone, will fade away off the back iron, no good. Carpenter there with the rebound.
A lot of contact, didn't get a call. And there's a carry. Yep. Rule tried to use the hesitation dribble, got his hand underneath it instead of keeping the ball, his hand on the top of it.
1:09 left in the 3rd quarter. In a fast game here.
Fast game. Yeah, it's interesting that you bring up the rebounding drill. I'm with you. You don't see a lot of drills that in practices anymore where they really focus on rebounding. used to be, it seemed like all the coaches I talked to, you followed like kind of the Michigan State Tom Izzo, where it was like football. I mean, it was a game of war out there, and you do rebounding drills and things like that, where it was just a battle in practice. It was brutal. It was brutal.
That foul's going to be against Ben Mass, but yeah, offensive rebounds were a dime a dozen back in the day. Now it seems like everybody's got 5, 6, 7 per game.
And so much of rebounding, as coaches talk about all the time, is just simply effort. Not allowing yourself to be boxed out, spinning off of that box out. But yeah, we've seen a lot of teams this year that just haven't done a good job of putting a body on people and going and getting the rebound and securing it. Fredericktown did a real nice job early in this game on the defensive end, and that was one of the keys to their quick start.
Reif goes 1 for 2 again, and it's a 10-point game. Dom Thompson into the lane. Nice move and take to the hole. 12-point lead again.
And Fredericktown continues to shoot the basketball well from the floor.
Kick left side, 3 in the air, off the mark. Rebound to Fredericktown. Now they could get a chance to extend here right before the end of the quarter as they'll hold for the last shot.
So the first half has continued on here in quarter number 3. Fredericktown stays hot from the floor. Elgin struggles from the three-point line.
And we're going to get a foul. That's going to be against Dylan. That's his 4th.
And that hurts. 18 seconds to go in a quarter. Pick up the 4th foul. I think a little bit of frustration there from him. A couple possessions ago, looked like he was getting hammered pretty good. Didn't get a call. Tough shot, didn't go. Unfortunately, now he puts himself into a situation where Coach Clem's going to have to put him on the bench for the rest of the quarter, maybe part way into the 4th.
10 seconds left. Gets it inside to Thompson. Spins, puts it up and in. Dom Thompson with 6 off the bench. Desperation heave at the buzzer, no good. And that's how quarter 3 will end. Fredericktown now in hand of this one. They lead by 14 as we head into money time. You're watching Boys High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
I'm Kate Carpenter, and you're watching Fredericktown basketball on the OH Report.
It is money time here in Fredericktown. Freddies leading by 14. Travis Berardi alongside Mark Bollinger. They nearly had it up to 16, but the ball would just not fall into the hole. And it will go to Elgin for their first possession. But Coach, Fredericktown, 17-10, really helped them get that pad they had at the first part of the first quarter.
When you watch Fredericktown, you see a team that understands its identity. They have just pounded the ball to the post, using their physicality, their size, and their strength to do whatever they wanted on the offensive end down low. Love to see a team know what their strength is and play to it.
3 just won't fall for the Comets tonight. Thompson gets it back out. It's Cade Carpenter getting a rest.
A little bit of over-dribbling here by the Freddies. Get the ball moving side to side. Get the ball moving a little quicker here. Don't let those helpers get to that help side and then stay.
Mast all the way into the lane, nearly drug his feet, but he kicks it out to Bean for 3, yes!
Well, good shot right there. I was just waiting on him to make the one more pass to the open shooter on the wing. Instead, he took it himself and drilled it.
That shot too strong. Back comes Mr. Bean to Thompson. Back out to Mullins now. Minute and a half gone by here. Quarter 4.
Freddie's doing a better job here, spacing the floor, creating driving lanes and post opportunities. Nice move. Rule is playing tonight.
10 points for Teagan to 19-point lead.
He's just been so efficient. He scored on the block. He scored off the drive. Offensive rebound a variety of ways.
And still the 3 won't fall, although it will stay with Elgin as we take a look at, just watch this move. Spin, push the circle button a couple times right there, got up into the hoop for the easy lay-in.
And as nice as a move as it was for him, if you're Elgin, that helper has to be there. You see a guy like that driving to the basket and spinning, you know there's plenty of time to get there and take the charge. Zier drops the 3 ball.
Finally they get a 3, makes it 54-38, but Coach, is it too little too late?
Well, the Comets just 4 of 22 from deep tonight.
Into the lane, and shots like that are going to keep them from coming back.
Well, teams tend to fall in love with the 3 ball in today's world. But when you can shoot as well as you're shooting from 2, that's much more efficient, and the Freddies have done that tonight. Good take by Zier, split the defenders, got himself to the rim and finished.
He has 5 points.
Comets picking up the pressure here. Throw
Gets
it down.
Steal.
Yes,
one-handed, yes. And a throwaway. Can they get to it? They will. And just like that, I'm sorry for the jinx, saying is it too little too late, because Elgin's awakened.
A little bit of a run here for the Comets. Last one, Zier gets the turnover out in the open floor. Gives it a little flush. Comets have it down to 14.
And it's a timeout. So while we have a timeout, let's take a look in at Upper Sandusky Shelby.
Well, Shelby coming off an emotional win against River Valley last weekend.
Oh, what passing.
Whippets were down 7 with a minute and a half or so to go, minute 20 to go, and were able to come back and get one at the end there to put themselves in sole possession, first place in the MOAC. They knocked off River Valley, and then Ontario upsetting Pleasant gave the Lady Whippets sole possession of first with a couple games to go.
Some other non-conference action going on in the KMAC. Northmore playing Winford. That's a pretty big game between 2 of the middle teams in each conference.
It's nice to see Winford bouncing back a little bit here. You know, a school with such great tradition. They've had some struggles, but nice to see the Royals putting up some wins this season.
So I'll give you a score of that when I can. But we're about to return here.
Well, Comets have to play with a little bit of urgency here.
Down 14, 5 minutes left, but if they can keep hitting, they can get some of those threes to fall. Good ball movement, but that's going to be deflected out. It'll stay with Elgin.
Yeah, Zier was set up for the ball screen. Freddie's paid attention to Dylan coming off of that, and Zier was able to slip it. Thought he was going to get a good look. Deflected out of bounds. Good execution, quick inbounds. 3
off the mark again.
Again, another clean look, just flat and didn't get there. Didn't give it a chance.
Mast gets it to Lester, power dribble, puts it up, blocked. Pushed ahead, Dylan, layup, yes.
Zier playing like Kevin Love with the long outlet. Rebound and go. Comets cut it to 12.
Dylan has 16. In the lane, Carpenter's fouled. We'll go to the line as he comes back in. But let's take a look at the long throw out and bucket to cut this to 12.
Yeah, Zier shows he can throw it over the top as well. Earlier, a great diagonal bounce. That one over the top, drops it in there.
Here's a score for you at the half. Lexington 44, Gallion 38.
Do you see the shock on my face? It's much closer than expected.
Yeah.
Not surprised Lexington scored 44. Just surprised Guyan scored 38. But, yeah, great job by the Tigers in the first half. Lexington squad's a really nice ball club. You haven't seen them yet. I'd encourage you to get out and take a look at them.
Carpenter misses both.
Definitely one of the best in the area.
Rebound out to Elgin as they try to get this back to single digits. And that's going to be a push. Nearly a backcourt violation, but you'll see here on the replay right there. A little bit of a shove.
Yep. And you're starting to see a little frustration here from Fredericktown. Comets can get a score and a stop, get the ball back here, see if they can cut into this lead. Still a lot of time left. But be in attack mode, and they were
pass,
there.
Layup, yes.
Great pass by Rife, dropping a dime, and here comes the pressure from Elgin, trying to speed this one up.
It's an 8-0 run. 3 in the air by Bellman. Yes, there's your answer.
But if you're Elgin, you live with that. Fredericktown has dominated so much on the inside, and with the time and score, you have to pick up the pace and try to do something different. Bellman had the open 3 and knocked it down, but that's the shot you want if you're Elgin.
Sager trying to force that one up. And the Freddies now with a rebound will slow it down here with 3:30 remaining, up 14. Dillon with the steal, gets into the lane, layup, yes.
Nice play by Dillon. Reached with the wrong hand, but he'll take it.
Bellman on the other end, that's Lester. Lester for 3. And again, looked like Elgin was starting to get momentum. Fredericktown hits a 3.
Just when Elgin looks like they're going to cut into this lead and get to single digits, Fredericktown responds. 2 big 3s in a row.
(63-48).
Good for the Comets to jump the ball here. Run and jump, get the double.
Great pass inside, but Lester misses the bunny.
You got the quick shot there is what Elgin wanted. Now it's got to be a quick score.
They get it.
They're battling.
Right. 13 for him. Carpenter, 2-on-1, gets it stripped on the floor. And we're going to get a Fredericktown timeout. So we take a look at the 3 by Rife.
Yeah, just quick one pass to the wing. Freddies had their backs turned, and it was catch and shoot.
Referees didn't see it, but actually the ball was just underneath Carpenter when they called timeout. He technically didn't have possession, but he still probably would have gotten it.
I thought at first they were even going to call a foul on him. It
Yeah.
looked like when the ball was loose, he grabbed an Elgin player's arms and tried to pull, but then he got over to it.
Let's see if we can get pulled up here on the replay. Might have seen a foul there also on Elgin for just piling on.
Yeah. But Coach Dibbling had called the timeout. So 2:20 to go, 63-51 is our score. Fredericktown in possession.
Freddies had this up to 19 points early on in the 4th. Then I had opened my big mouth. And Elgin came back, cut it to 12 points.
Well, down 12 here. Look for Elgin to trap the first pass off the offensive set, or maybe they'll come out and run some kind of trapping zone. But I would guess they're going to try to get a trap or two, and then if nothing else, they're probably going to start giving the fouls. Make the Freddies earn it from the line.
Lester gets it back out to Mast.
Fredericktown's willing to spread the floor and run some clock.
Coming up on 2 minutes left in regulation. Carpenter on the elbow, extends out. And they'll reset once again. Mast nearly gets stripped. Instead he takes it in, it's a block. Take a look at the replay. You tell me, Coach.
Yeah, just
He's
a little
still
late.
Side, yep. Good call.
Yeah.
And that's the 5th on Isaac Dillon.
Yeah.
He fouls out with 20 points.
Great effort by Dillon, recognizing the driver going baseline, slid down just a half step too slow. Contact was created, and Dillon did get the foul.
Coach not happy with the call, but you'll see just a half step, still a little sideways too right there.
Yep.
Half a second earlier, that's a charge.
Yep.
But it's a tough way as he fouls out with 20 points.
Yeah, he played a heck of a game tonight. That definitely deals a severe blow to the Comets' chances here of coming back from this 12-point deficit in the last minute 52.
First free throw, no good.
Well, we've seen some misses here from Fredericktown in the fourth quarter from the line.
They've missed their last 3.
If you're Elgin, you can get down and score quick. One trap and put them on the line. See how long you can extend this game.
Makes the second. Mass now with 10 points.
Reif wants the ISO. Breaks him down. Nice crossover. Yes.
Ball goes out of bounds to Fredericktown. You take a look at the replay. 1:40 left. Carpenter behind the back, double team, gets it away. Nearly stripped, but taken back by Bellman. Into the lane, layup, no call.
Well, second time the Comets could have had a turnover. They just reached with the backhand instead of that front hand. The difference between a steal and the Freddies getting a shot.
Castillo misses, rebound to Fredericktown. 75 seconds left in regulation. It's a 13-point lead for Fredericktown. And you have to foul here. You can't let them hold it.
I think they're just going to let it play out here.
You think maybe they would with Dillon in, but since he's fouled out their main offense, they're just...
That's really tough. Freshman Fresh Hour down there trying to battle against Carpenter in the post. He's probably got about 7 or 8 inches and 40 pounds, 50 pounds on him. That's a tough battle.
Layup no good. Offensive rebound, put back, yes, and one. That's probably going to close the door on any chances of an Elgin comeback. Teagan now with 12 points. Chance to make it 13. Misses the free throw, though.
If you're paying attention to the scoreboard,
Our
66-51. Yes, the one
our
that we have
scoreboard's
is
right.
correct.
Theirs says 2. Fredericktown does have more than 2 points.
I'm sure
There
the
it is.
I'm sure the Comets would take a 51-2 win at this point.
But a big win for Fredericktown here.
And a good game for Elgin to play.
Yeah.
Come on the road, middle of your league schedule, play a good, solid team. Definitely a great game to help you get prepared for that Division III Central District tournament.
Both teams in that district. It's going to be split up into 2 separate districts as well. Still, Reif misses the front end.
Both of these teams are going to probably be in that 7 to 16 range with the seedings. Neither of them, unfortunately, are one of the elite teams going in as far as just looking at them on paper, but there's a lot of coaches at the top of these district lists, the top 4 or 5 seeds or whatever, that will not want to play either of these teams in sectional or district play. It could be a tough matchup, the way these basketball teams can get it done.
5 seconds. That'll do it. Fredericktown gets win number 13. As they knock off Elgin 66-51. We'll take a break. When we come back, our MVP, final stats and much more. You're watching Boys High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Know as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room, room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Okay, I'm Coach Derek Dibling. You're watching Fredericktown basketball on the OH.REPORT.
Time now for the Mike's Fredericktown Marathon Towing and Repair MVP And it is Tegan Rule who can now hear me, unlike the last interview we had with him that went just completely disastrous. We'll have a good one this time. But 12 points as Fredericktown gets a good district win over a good Elgin team. Congratulations, Tegan. Just what was the game plan? Because, well, first, it seems like you guys couldn't miss in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Then Elgin comes back, and you just battle them pretty tough to get the win.
Yeah, we always, as always, we try to get the ball in the post, and we did that really well in the first quarter, and then we got our shooters some looks on the outside because they were doubling down. So we got our shooters some looks, and we just kept getting the ball in the post, and it just kept working.
You got tonight's game, you have Centerburg, then the draw. I know every game's important right now, but how important was it to clinch the KMAC last week so you guys could just focus on other things getting ready for the tournament?
Oh, it was big for all of us. We all had it on our goal sheet. Now we checked it off, and now we can focus one by one and just keep getting better every day and getting ready for the tournament.
You guys in a really tough Central District in Division III. A lot of good basketball teams. I know it's broken up into 2 districts, but what do you guys want to work on as you get ready for the district? I know Freddyburg's coming up. We'll ask you about that next. But what can you guys do in this tournament? I mean, you guys have the pieces. You have a balance. You had a good balance tonight with multiple players. 1, 2, 3, 4 players over 9 points tonight. But what do you believe you guys can do this year?
I think we can make a run in it. We just got to keep playing good basketball and keep getting everybody good looks and sharing the ball.
All right, and now the big question. Next game, Freddyburg, you have a chance to sweep Centerburg, the team that knocked you out of championship contention last year. Just what's it going to take to knock off Centerburg here at home, and what's it going to take to sweep your rival, which is good any year?
It's going to take a lot. We just got to keep playing good basketball, sharing the love, and we just got to keep playing smart like we have been and keep taking care of the ball and taking good shots.
All right, finally, as always, Tegan, if you want to look into the camera, give anybody a shout-out, go for it.
Shout out to all the Freddies fans that are watching on OH.REPORT. Thanks for coming out and supporting us.
All right, on Hawaiian night, as you see the lei that he has around his neck. But Tegan Roll, tonight's Mike's Fredericktown Marathon Towing and Repair MVP with 12 points. Congratulations and good luck in Freddyburg.
Thank you.
We'll take one more break, and when we come back, we will wrap things up right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
I'm Kate Carpenter, and you're watching Fredericktown basketball on the OH Report.
Tonight's high school basketball boys broadcast brought to you live and free thanks to our generous sponsors, Mike's Fredericktown Marathon Towing and Repair, a full gas station serving breakfast and lunch. Mike's also offers 24-hour towing and full-service automotive repair. Knox Community Hospital in the community for the community. Park National Bank, where you mean more. And Frito Lay, we are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. As we welcome you back inside the Knox Community Hospital post-game show where Fredericktown gets win number 13, knocking off district foe Elgin 67-51. Travis Berardi back here with Coach Mike Bollinger. And Coach, Freddy's just played bully ball in that second half and pulled away.
They did, and coming into the game we knew that Sager was going to be matching up with Carpenter in the post, and it was how well the Comets could defend the rest of those interior post players. And tonight, Rule and company just did a wonderful job again of establishing post position, showing their numbers to the passers, and they just pounded it to the post all night long. and that was the key to a great shooting night and a 16-point win for the Freddies.
Let's take a look at the final stats, once again brought to you by Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. 29-21 field goals in favor of Fredericktown, 6-5 on the threes, and they just completely changed the complexion of the game, out-rebounding Elgin by I believe 12 in that second half. Turnovers pretty much the same once again, fouls even, free throws even, but it was the boards and just the shooting overall for Fredericktown in that second half.
Yeah, the rebounding was crucial in the second half. They started off the game, Fredericktown doing a great job of one and done, clearing the glass. Through the middle quarters, it kind of lapsed a little bit, but then into the third, into the fourth, it was just a dominant performance by the Freddies on the glass on both ends. And then, as you talked about, just defensively did a real good job. The shooting, Fredericktown shot it extremely well tonight, and then they limited Elgin to just 19% from beyond the arc on 28 attempts.
Individual scoring for this evening. First for Elgin, Isaac Dillon, 20 points. Carson Reif, 13. Sager with 7. Zaire with 6. Castillo with 5. As for Fredericktown, Brady Lester, 18. Tegan Rule, 12. Ben Mast, 10. Cade Carpenter and Trevor Bellman with 8. Dom Thompson with 6. Luke Bean with 3. Score by quarter, 18-13 Fredericktown after 1, 14-12 Fredericktown after 2, making it 32-25 at the break. Then they outscored Elgin 17-10 in the third quarter to really help pull away, and then an 18-16 fourth quarter for your 67-51 victory. Coming up next for both teams, first for Elgin, they host Upper Scioto Valley on Friday, their final game before the draw. And for Fredericktown, Freddyburg, live and free right here Friday night. Not as much as we hoped this game would be for, but still, it's a rivalry game.
It's a rivalry game, and Fredericktown clinched the KMAC, undefeated in the KMAC. This game doesn't really have any implications on the league standings, but it's a rivalry game.
And it's for undefeated in the conference.
But it is for undefeated in the conference, a rivalry game. It still matters, and it matters a lot. And then on the other hand, for the Comets, huge game Friday night in league play against an Upper Scioto Valley team that is undefeated, the Northwest Central Conference, real solid group, coached by Dre White. And so for the Comets, they're going to jump right back into the mix against another really good basketball club Friday night. There's no doubt the Comets are going to be ready for tournament play once it gets here, because they've played a pretty tough schedule in their non-league games, and then they jump right back into league play Friday night.
Coming up for us tomorrow on the 1st of the month of February, a big one on the girls' side in the KMAC. East Knox at Mount Gilead. Mount Gilead's a game back of Cardington, ahead of their game against Cardington on Saturday for the KMAC championship. They got to get through East Knox first. East Knox has a little bit of a backdoor too. If Cardington loses tomorrow and East Knox wins, then they would be rooting for Mount. It's crazy. We'll explain more during the game. But after that, Joe Show, episode 6, coming up tomorrow night, live and free. Any final words for you, Mark, before you head out of here?
Well, a good, solid basketball game tonight for Fredericktown. Elgin comes on the road, suffers a tough loss, but again, in preparation for where both these teams want to get, I think it was a great job tonight to get this scheduled and to have this contest played, and I think it's going to pay dividends for both squads over the next few weeks.
All right, that'll do it from here. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible this evening. Jory Skoronsky on the camera. All of our sponsors, Mike's Fredericktown Marathon Towing and Repair. They were our MVP as well as our scoreboard sponsors. Knox Community Hospital, our pre-post game halftime sponsor, our instant replay sponsor. Park National Bank and Frito Lay, our commercial sponsors. I want to thank the fine folks at Fredericktown High School for allowing us to be here this evening. And most importantly, we want to thank you, the fans, for watching. Fredericktown wins it 67-51 and gets a nice little boost to their tournament resume. For Mark Bollinger, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from Fredericktown.